My name is Melissa Werhans, and I'm on the worship team here at Vertical. I also help lead the table, the women's ministry that we have here.
My name is Andrew Werhans. We've been at Vertical for about 9 years. I serve on currently the security team, and originally from here, from Madison, Mississippi, so not far from where we go to church and where we live now. Melissa and I met in, believe it or not, in 3rd grade. So we've known each other for a long time and have a lot of memories together.
We got married pretty young. I just turned 21 and he was almost 22. So we have a lot of really good memories, a lot of fun times together. So I grew up in a Christian home. We went to church. I actually grew up Catholic, so we went to Catholic church on Sundays. We went for major holidays and things like that. I went to a Christian school. So I always grew up hearing about Jesus, but I didn't really have a real relationship with him. I went to college, and in college was very far from God. I didn't go to church at all. I was very worldly. I enjoyed the worldly things, and I just wasn't ready to give it all up. And I felt him, and I felt a calling on my life, and I knew that that was there, but I just wasn't ready yet.
I came to know Jesus. I was very young. I grew up in a Baptist household. Came to know Christ through there and through growing up in and around the church, but I never really had a deep relationship with Christ.
And right after we got married, we both just had this, it's a silly thought, but it's got us in the doors of we are adults now. We are married, we are grown-ups, and we need to go to church. And so that is what started our whole entire journey of where we are now. We checked out a couple of churches in the area, and none of them felt like home. And we lived at Ashbrook at the time, which was right across the street from Vertical.
I don't know whose idea it was, but it was like we both loved sleeping in on Sundays because we were like either work, school, or doing whatever basically all week, and it was like, hey, they have like a super late 11:30 service at the time.
We should go to the 11:30 service.
So we were the sleep in until like 11 o'clock and then get ready and run into church crowd. So we've been at Vertical now for a few years, and we're in our mid-20s, 25 years old, and we found out we were having our first kid, and found out it was going to be a little baby girl. And everybody at Vertical probably knows her. Her name's Caroline. She's running around. She acts like she owns the place. So she was born in June of 2021, and during Melissa's pregnancy, we had the crazy idea to open up a business. And so we opened up the Mississippi Man in Gluckstadt. It's a men's barbershop, and it was both the most stressful but also the most rewarding season that we've probably ever been through.
Yeah. And every baptism Sunday, I felt the urge to get in the water, but the enemy just had such a hold on me on that. I thought that if I did that, people would think that I wasn't a real worship leader. If I got in the water, that everything before that would be discounted. And
I was also in the headspace where I was like, I've been baptized before, and what would it say about that? And like, you know, what would people think? And we both had several discussions over a week or two, and we just decided what are we waiting for? And so we both decided to get baptized 2 years ago to the date.
Yeah.
November 12th, 2023.
So at this time, we are both on fire for God, and we decide that it's a good time to grow our family. And so we started praying about it, and with Caroline, it was easy. Time passes, and it's been 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's been 6 months, and a year, and 2 years. And this season of life has been really hard. We had a loss last November. I just had another loss in September.
Last November we had a regular miscarriage for whatever reason. Doctor kind of told us it was just one of those things where this happens sometimes and there's no really answers for it. And I think when those things happen, you just kind of cry out to God and you're like, where's like, I need an answer. And so there we had to sit in that for, almost a year. And then we found out here recently, not that long ago, that we were blessed and gonna have another baby. And we even got to the point where we had told Caroline, and that was like a really great moment. And then we had to found out that it was an ectopic pregnancy and that God was going to hold on to that baby a little bit longer too. And so that's what we had to tell our daughter.
But one of my friends made my doctor's appointment for me, and then after that day, I wasn't even home. I walked in the front door and I was home for 2 minutes before 6 of them walked in the door and sat on the couch and cried with me. So I'm so grateful for the season of being on fire for God, because without that, I mean, there would be no hope.
When you go through stuff like this and you're in a place like Vertical, like the community that we're in, you can share those burdens, and that's what the church is. And Vertical's been a place where we've both just been held. It's just meant a lot to know that we're both known but also loved and cared for.
And God's hand has been all over our story, especially in the valley. My doctor's appointment was on a Wednesday, which is the same day that I had my rooted group. So I had all my ladies with me that day. And then I had a day to process what was happening. And then I had surgery on Friday. And the following Wednesday was night of worship. So I asked the doctor, I said, will I be able to do that physically? And she said, physically, you'll be able to do that. I don't know if it's wise emotionally.
She suggested that she probably not. And I looked at the doctor and said, you don't know Melissa there. I said, that's the only thing that she's going to be, like, she's going to have to do that if you had to roll her out there.
I had already had it in my head that I was going to do night of worship, because worship is the thing that makes me feel the most like me. And
closest to God, too.
It's the closest to God, the most authentic, real version of myself is when I lead worship. And I had to do it. I had to do it. So another thing that God is sweet for, one of the songs that I got to lead is called At the Altar. And in my miscarriage the past November, that was a song that I listened to on repeat to just get me through that season of just constantly reminding me to lay our baby and our want and our season of waiting and the things that I want for my life, not what God has for my life, at the feet of Jesus on the altar. And that's just something that I had to do over and over again. Finding joy in the valley is hard. But I always go back to, where is God in it? And I can see God clearly in it because I got to have a day to process I was having surgery. I got to sit with people who held my hand and cried with me. I got to still be a part of night of worship on that Wednesday. And when I went in to have my surgery, my tube had ruptured, which in a normal case is like an rushed emergency, but mine was scheduled. So God did that for me. He scheduled my emergency so I could have people to be with me. And if you find God in those moments, you can see His hand clearly, and you don't have to be excited about it or happy about it, but you can still see where He is.
So when we were in the hospital, literally in that valley, Melissa really struggled to sleep the night before. I think she woke me up at about 4 a.m., but she didn't sleep at all because she was in a lot of pain. And I shared a Bible verse that had continuously, like, the Holy Spirit was giving me just to find some hope and find something. I was literally praying to God, just like, give me something. And I remembered this verse, and it started running through my head. But it's Romans chapter 15, verse 13. It says, "May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with a hope by the Holy Spirit." And I shared that the night before we went into the hospital, and it was just a total God wink, because when we walked into Baptist Hospital, it was on the wall and right next to the cross. And we just were like, we don't know the plan yet, and that's okay. But our God tells us there's hope, and we can find peace in that.